Now rolling Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason. Always my co-host, Mr. Zack in the house.
What up? I think your internet's
is my internet lag?
Yeah.
On just a second. Back.
Oh, here we go.
Going back. I think I know what the.
Oh, we lost Jason. Well, as we're waiting for Jason, because here we go again. Man, Hunter, every time Hunter comes to do the podcast with me, you have technical issues. You might have to start getting left home, dog. Oh, he's back. We're all right. We're all right. Oh, he's not back. The pump fake. I don't know. Where's our normals at? Where's our peeps at? Oh.
All right. I think I got the problem fixed.
Okay.
My internet sucks here, dude.
Yeah.
You know what all started this? You want to know what all started this?
COVID.
When my wife decided to do the upgrade package with Comcast.
Biden started it.
Yeah.
Trump started it.
It's one of their fault. It's
Gotta be.
It's gotta be.
We have a whole system of checks and balances, so obviously let's just blame one person, you know?
Dude, fine for 2.5 years, and then now all of a sudden, now look, in one bar.
Yeah, look at you.
Jackson.
Those with the hoops. Hey, Jackson, hung out with Dana White lately?
Jackson is always in. That was pretty.
This is a problem.
Lagging bad.
Oh my gosh, Jason.
Damn it. I got everything turned off. There's nothing on. And is it that bad?
It's pretty bad.
All right, give me a second. I'll jump out and come back in.
All right, he's gonna come. It's all good, you know. We improvise here. We're trying to bring a new segment to the Damage Plan MMA podcast. Pick the fighter, where Jason or I are going to take turns showing everybody else a fighter, current or past, and then we have to guess them in 60 seconds by asking questions, like 20 questions type thing. Oh, you're crystal clear now.
For a minute, at least.
You?
I don't know. I just got out and got back in.
All right. Well, I was just explaining it to everybody. Our new segment that's going to start next week.
Oh, we're going to do the Guess the Fighter. I know. You wanted to do it tonight. I'm like, dude, I got to prepare, man. I got to prepare.
It's going to be easy. So all you're going to do, like when it's your turn, I'm just going to look away. You're going to show everybody the fighter. Picture the fighter like on your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
Set the timer for 60 seconds. Hold it up. And then just answer yes, no questions until I...
Oh, there's a time. See, I was not prepared for this. I didn't know there was a timer.
Yeah, you got to look. You got 60 seconds.
You were trying to put me on the spot tonight.
No. I was just saying, like, dude, I would have done it.
Oh, man. Dude, are you pumped up for this card?
You know what?
What?
Not really.
Really? Why not? I think there's some good fights on here.
There's some great fights on there, but it's like for a pay-per-view, I feel it's a little underwhelming. It feels more like a really good fight night.
The Mike says we need to see we do need to do that next time. So, Mike, we live about 40 minutes from each other, so it's hard for us.
I want a piece of you in the tortilla challenge. I want a piece of Hunter in the tortilla challenge. I want a piece of my wife in the tortilla challenge.
Wow,
you'd all get it.
Everybody out. Zach is laying the smack down.
Just with tortillas.
Wow.
Just with tortillas.
So you're not excited?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, remember when we were talking about like the COVID stuff about how spoiled we were and all the cards were awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining by any means.
Other than the main event, they're all pay-per-view worthy, in my opinion.
That's my problem. Is the main event is the one that I'm like, like neither girl like does it for me.
Did you see the press conference where Pena said she wanted to gouge her eyes out and pull her hair?
Get it, Juliana. We're catfighting now? What's going on here?
Come on.
There is something. So you've known this for a long time.
Yeah.
Never really liked Amanda Nunes.
No.
But if there's one person that annoys me on the same level of Amanda Nunes in the women's bantamweight division, it's Juliana Pena. So the fact that these two women are like 1A, 1B, it's like Can Valentina come up and like beat one of these girls yet?
Who has the bigger ovaries? That's what I said. Yeah, that's what she
Oh
said.
my God.
That's what she said. Pena said that.
Well,
Come on.
I mean, did you hear Pena when she talked about, at least when I'm a mom, I'm going to be a real mom, that I birthed the child? She went hard.
That was before. That wasn't this one, was it?
No, that was the first fight.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's rough.
She kind of had a point, but that's kind of a little low blow.
She kind of had a point, he says.
I mean,
well, he's not wrong. Like, she didn't carry
she's
the
not
child.
wrong. She didn't, but
Nina carried the child, right?
it doesn't mean she's not a mother. I agree.
That's right.
Like, she's still a mom.
Parent.
Like, it's important. But on the flip side of it, it's like, you kind of have a point.
But I will say this.
Yeah.
I do think it's a fun main event because I feel like I feel half the people on like TikTok and social media are like, Amanda Nunes had a bad night. She's going to reclaim her throne. She's going to dominate like this, and stuff like that. And then there's another half of people is like, no, like Nunes had her time. She's a mom now. She moved camps. She's doing the wrong things. Like, this is the beginning of the Juliana Pena era. Nunes has had her time and she's done. And it's kind of 50-50. Like,
here's what I want to know.
That's kind of fun.
We'll talk about it when we get to it. But what I want to know is, how is Nunes going to react when she can't get Pena out again? When she throws everything but the kitchen sink at her like she did the first fight, and she can't get her out. Is she going to break like she did last time?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we get to the main event. I will say that though, like, the fight intrigues me, like from a fighter perspective, like a fight perspective. The fight is very intriguing. But
I agree.
But neither girl individually does anything for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cheering for Valentina to beat one of them. I would have cheered for Miesha Tate to beat one of them. I would have cheered for anybody to beat either of them. Not a fan of either.
Let's break the card down.
So you can imagine how much I enjoyed watching The Ultimate Fighter this season.
I didn't even watch it, so I couldn't even tell you what's going on.
We obviously had a rooting interest for, a couple of Utahs on there, and Zack Puga, who made it to the finale, he beat our boy Zach Cavender. So I've kind of been following him since him and Zach fought. Been pulling for him. I think he's the favorite against Kamaru Usman's brother. I actually think that's actually a pretty fun heavyweight finale.
That's
Zach
fun.
Puga and Muhammad Usman. Gosh, man, how bad would it suck to be the little big brother of the pound for pound guy in the world?
Yeah.
The best was, I remember Juliana Pena, she said this will be the first time Muhammad Usman's known as Muhammad Usman and not Kamaru's little brother. First of all, he's always going to be Kamaru's little brother.
He's always going to be that.
Right? And then two, what do? They bring Kamaru Usman to the house and let him give his brother a pep talk before his semifinal fight. And I'm like, I see Big Brother's just coming in and giving him the special treatment. He's always going to be the little brother, dog.
He's always going to be the little brother.
Because he's the baddest dude on the planet right now.
Yeah.
He's the baddest dude on the planet right now.
He is. Volk's making a good case.
So, but here's the thing.
He's nipping.
It's different. But here's the thing. Who is the guy that you would be the most scared to be locked in the cage with on that pound for pound list? It's probably Usman. Not Francis. I'm excluding Francis, obviously, because he's.
I'm not thinking Francis either.
Who?
Oliveira.
Nah, because I'll just lay down and turtle up and let him choke me and just tap. Like, getting choked doesn't hurt that bad. You just tap and it's over. Gaethje did say he hit like a truck. I'm talking about, like, who would I be scared to fight? Usman is the guy that I think I'd be standing across from.
Usman's mindset, and we've talked about it a million times. Usman's mindset when he gets in the cage, but dude,
I just have, okay, let's put it this way. I just have imprinted Usman shutting off Masvidal's lights like he did. Like, Oliveira doesn't have a knockout like that. Volk doesn't have a knockout like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Oliveira's been on a tear. Volk just.
No, I'm just saying, like, for my physical safety, who would I be scared of? Give me the guy that will take me down and choke me out. Give me that guy over the guy that will probably shatter my jaw when he lands across.
That's tough. That's
Dude,
tough.
Usman couldn't eat apples I'll bet you Jorge Masvidal couldn't eat an apple for a month.
His head's probably still ringing.
It might be.
Dude, Gaethje. I mean, Oliveira dropped Gaethje. We've never seen that happen before. He
Not
freaking
like that. Not like that.
not like that.
Gaethje's been rocked. He's never been sat on his butt like that.
No, that was beautiful. But anyways, let's break this card down. Wait, Zach, argue on TikTok. Hey, if you're listening, go follow Zach on TikTok so he can get.
Please.
What do you need? 1,000 followers to go live?
Apparently, you can't go live and argue with people on live without 1,000.
Go follow Zach on TikTok so he can get his 1,000.
Let me do what I do best and argue with everybody.
Literally everybody, not just on social media. Not just on social media. Not just on social media.
I'll do it. I'm right. Just ask me.
Look at our text threads all day.
Just nothing but Jason taking L's all day.
Oh man. All right, let's break this card down. All right, first fight of the night in the welterweight division, Orion Koski versus Blood Diamond with the dopest name in the UFC. Koski is 7-1, stands 5'11" with a 71-inch reach. Blood Diamond 3-1. He stands 5'11" with a 76-inch reach. Who you got? Who do you like? Koski's a favorite.
I know Blood Diamond. Like, I know that they speak really highly of him. He's Izzy's boy, right?
Yeah.
Jeremiah Wells ragdolled him, choked him unconscious, and made it look really easy. I think Koski. It's one of those things where Koski's first loss came just in the UFC to Philip Rowe.
It's not a bad loss.
No, it's not. And coming off of Dana White, that's his pro debut or UFC debut.
Yeah.
I just think, he's a finisher. He has finishes on the feet and on the ground. Kimura, ground and pound from a crucifix in the Dana White Contender Series. I like Koski in this one, and I feel pretty good about it. I think he'll be able to, once he gets it to the ground. Blood Diamond just showed me that Jeremiah Wells fight.
Yeah.
He didn't look comfortable fighting off of his back yet, which tells me I think the UFC was a little bit too much too soon for him.
Yeah, I agree. Koski's the pick. We are both agreeing on Koski.
Mike Jackson, right. I'll message you. Thank you.
Let's go to the light heavyweight division, and let's go to Nick Negumereanu against I don't even know, the duelist. We'll just call him the duelist. Pateria. Is that his name? Anyways. Nico is 12-1, stands 6 foot tall with a 78-inch reach. The duelist is 20-2. He stands 6'3" with a 75-inch reach. Here we go with the Contender Series guy. He's a favorite too. How is he a favorite?
Because of the experience. He's 20-2 versus 12-1.
Yeah, but dude, this guy's got UFC experience, man. He's 3-1 in the UFC. Yeah,
he lost his UFC debut, and now he's won his last 3. And quite frankly, I do remember his fight against Kennedy and Chickaway. I thought he lost that fight, to be honest. I thought Kennedy might have won it. But the fact that he's competing, knocked out Ike Villanueva. I know he's old, a little long in the tooth, but, he's still a vet. I mean, he's got 2 split decision wins. So, he could just as easily be 1-3 in the UFC as 3-1 in the UFC. But give me the UFC experience all day over the Dana White Contender Series newcomer. Like, you were on it a lot sooner than I was. I think you're right on it. In this case, I'm going to have to take the value with the money and take the UFC vet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this, and the duelist, he's 20-2, but he's beaten guys that are 0-2, 0-4, 0-3, 0-0.
That's
beat a 17-18 guy, 1-9, 0-0, 5-6, 0-0, 1-2, 3-2, 1-6. I mean, he's beaten cans. Yeah. I mean, his last 2 fights, he beat an 0-0 guy and a 5-2 guy, but it's like, give me the UFC experience.
Give me the guy that's not going to be intimidated by fighting somebody with 20 plus fights.
He's not going to have those nerves.
Yeah, I could see the guy that he beat that was 8-0. I could see that guy being like, gosh, this guy's got 21 fights.
Oh, yeah.
That gets to you. That could get to him. I know fighters that's gotten to them before. Here on the local scene, you fight somebody with a ton of fights. It plays in your head because it's like,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do they haven't seen before.
Yep.
So
100%.
Give me the value on Niku.
Ditto on that. I'll follow you again. Next up in the bantamweight division, Ji Young Kim against Jocelyn Edwards. Kim is 9'5" stands 5'7" with a 72-inch reach. Edwards 11'4". She stands 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. Edwards is a slight favorite at -140. The comeback +115 for Kim.
I actually think this is one of my picks of the night.
Ooh, pick of the night.
I feel pretty comfortable about this one.
Okay.
For value,
yeah.
I would have guessed that Jocelyn Edwards would be about a -180.
Okay.
To -200.
All right.
I think she has a lot of value. I think she's the better fighter. I think she fights longer. A couple of her losses came off super short notice. She makes her UFC debut, gets a decision win over Yan Wu.
Yeah.
And then turns around 3 weeks later and fights again Carol Rosa on short notice. I like Edwards here. I think she fights long. She fights at distance. She can outpoint her. She's probably not going to do anything. She doesn't do anything like spectacular, but she is technical. And Kim just isn't very good. She has one fight in the UFC. She's won one fight. She's 1-4. And, I don't even think the girl that she beat, I don't even think is in the UFC anymore. Yes, she is. Sabina Mazo.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was a canceled
Or
fight.
she's
Nadia Kazim. Like, she hasn't even fought. Yeah, she hasn't fought since 2019. That was it.
So Edwards are you going with Edwards?
Yeah, like strong. Like, I feel really good about. Like, probably put her in the DraftKings to like rack up a bunch of points.
You've been on a roll with DraftKings too.
I've won a few dollars over the last 2 weekends.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to follow you again on this pick. We are not disagreeing yet. I'm sure we will soon. Next up, we got Michael in the welterweight division. We got Michael Morales against Adam Fugit.
His name?
Fugit, yeah, Fugit.
Can I change my last name to that?
Morales is 13-0, stands 6 foot tall with a 79-inch reach. Fugit is 8-2, stands 6'1", does not have his reach listed. Morales is a huge favorite on his. I thought this was his UFC debut, but he already did.
He was supposed to fight Razim Brahimish.
Yeah,
and
I like this kid.
He had to pull out,
this kid a lot.
And Fugit just said Fugit, and
Fugit.
We're gonna fight. And this is the classic. Probably isn't ready to be in the UFC. Has some potential. Probably gonna get his butt whooped. But at least he's going to get locked into a 4-fight deal, and then he'll be able to take 3 pro fights, 3 fights, and at some point he'll probably end up fighting, I don't know, like Ian Gary, get fed to that type of guy.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I like Morales, though. I think that kid's got a lot of potential.
Oh, he steamrolls.
Yeah. We got a nice little parlay, I think, coming up. Morales, Edwards. Ooh, we're building it. All right. Next up in the lightweight division, we got Drakkar Klose against Rafa Garcia. Klose is 12-2-1, stands 5'9" with a 70-inch reach. Garcia 14-2. He stands 5'7" with a 68-inch reach. Who you got and why?
I actually really, I mean, this is another one. Drakkar Klose. This, you want to talk about parlay piece? Drakkar Klose in this one. I really like it. Garcia is durable. He's tough to get out of there. But I look at Drakkar Klose. Lost a really tough fight to David Tamer, who's kind of fallen off the face of the planet. But listen to Landau Veneta, Bobby Green, Christian Giagos. He rocked Dariush. Like, that was a coin flip fight after the end of the first round. And we know how good Benny Dariush is now, right?
Yep.
And then knocks out Brandon Jenkins. I think Kykar Close, unfortunately, he's a lightweight, but I think he could be knocking on that door of that being in that party of top 15 155ers in the world real soon. I'm really high on Kykar Close actually, and when you can beat a guy and out decision a guy like Bobby Green on the feet and put Benny Dariush in compromising situations on the feet. I mean, they were just talking about it. If you haven't watched a great fight, go watch Close and Benny Dariush. Phenomenal fight. That's a scary fight for Dariush at one point. He almost lost everything on his rise. So, Kykar Close, and I feel pretty dang good about it. Garcia's he's gonna have a rough night.
We agree again. Next up, we got in the heavyweight division, the big boys, Dontel Mays and Hamady the Hammer. I'm just going to call him the Hammer. I'm not even going to try the other one. Lord Kong, 9-4. He stands 6'6" with an 81-inch reach. The Hammer is 3-0. He stands 6'2" with a 73-inch reach. So
who's your boy that has the best picture on Tapology?
Oh, it's Amir Amarikani or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Dontel Mays has the worst Tapology picture.
Oh yeah, he looks like he looks
like he's stoned on the scale. Like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here? So for those that don't know, did a little research today.
Okay.
You know why this guy's a Hammer?
Well, he's got 2 bare knuckle fights, and he ended them in the first 15 seconds and 33 seconds.
You ready for this? You said bare knuckle fights.
Yeah.
He was on the Olympic wrestling team for Egypt.
Okay, then I'm all in.
Olympic level wrestling.
Count me in.
Olympic level wrestling and gets down with bare knuckle boxing.
Say no more.
As an underdog, give me that guy.
Give me the underdog. You don't even need to say I didn't know that. Thanks for the little gem. I'm all in.
I mean, he's a monster at 265.
Oh, yeah. Give me that guy.
He's 3-0 for a reason. Man, we keep seeing these guys. I kind of feel like the UFC, especially in the shallower weight classes, heavyweight, light heavyweight. We see these 3-0 guys, and I think they're doing him a solid. Dontel Mays is a very winnable fight for him. They're not feeding him to somebody with a ton of experience that can out-experience him.
Yeah.
I think Dontel Mays is just being fed to this Egyptian monster. And yeah.
All right. Let's get on to the, lightweight division. Drew Dober against Rafael Alves. Dober is 24-11. He stands 5'8" with a 70-inch reach. Alves is 20-10. He stands 5'8" with a 68-inch reach. This should be a good fight.
Drew Dober.
I like Dober too.
Older than me.
Yeah, I like Dober.
Yeah. He's 2 days older than me. And he's 24-11 in his pro career.
It's crazy. It's crazy. He's been in the UFC as long as he has.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-0 as an amateur.
Yeah.
I mean, 10-0 as an amateur and then has 35 pro fights, and he's 2 days older than me. What was I doing with my life? Why this guy has been just whooping people.
You were 300 pounds eating donuts.
270, and I'm still eating donuts, and they're delicious.
Mike. Yeah, mate. Nah, I'm not. I'm not going all in on Dober, but I'm going to pick Dober to win the fight.
Okay, in the last 6 years. Okay, let's go the last 5 years.
Okay, let's get
Ever since UFC 214, he beat our boy, Utah's own, maybe not our boy, but Utah's own Josh Berkman at UFC 214. Since then, he's lost to 3 people in 2017. Benny Dariush, Islam Makhachev, Brad Riddell.
Not bad losses.
Like, put some respect on my boy's name.
Put some respect on Drew Dober's name.
He came out and beat anybody and everybody.
He beat the hype train in Terrence McKinney his last fight too.
In a great fight, like
freaking
bonkers
barn
fight.
burner. Yeah.
But yeah, give me Drew Dober really high on that. Like Drew Dober, Jakar Close, the two 155ers. When can we get those two to fight?
Okay. All right. I'm with you. Let's probably after this.
Doing it again.
Win.
We're losing you, dog.
Hey, let's close out the damn. This is driving me nuts. Let me try to go back out. Let me try to go back out.
Get out, get back in, refresh it. We'll be good. Yeah, when we're picking these fights, that's one thing I really like. Rafael Alves is really good. But when we're looking at these fights, one thing that I like to look at is, are they beating the guys they're supposed to be beating, and are they losing the guys that they should beat? And if when you find fighters that are losing the guys that they should beat, that's alarming. I feel like Dober is beating everybody he should beat and only losing to top tier guys. That's why I really, really like him in this fight. What up, Doc?
All right. So now let's round out the prelims with a little welterweight scrap with Alex Morano and Matt Smellensberger. Morano, the great white, 21-7, stands 5'11" with a 72-inch reach. Semi, the Jedi, is 10-3 and 6'1" with a 5. Who? Mr. Partridge.
Your internet's garbage. I really.
What's going on?
It's I like Matt Smellensberger because he's just an athlete. And I think one thing we've seen, Alex Morano, we know he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's very good. He's very crafty. But again, he is the type of guy that will lose fights occasionally that he should win. Like, he's not what we just said. It's not like what we just said about Drew Dober, who he beats everybody he should beat. I'm sorry. I thought that Anthony Pettis loss for Alex Moreno was a really bad loss. The trajectory that Alex Moreno was on, he should have beat Anthony Pettis. He got slept by Chaos Williams, who's kind of turned out to maybe not be so great. Jordan Mean, Kila Nakamura. It's like, man, I have a hard time getting behind. I have a really hard time getting behind Alex Morano, and I want to. But when you're just beating like Donald Cerrone, David Zawada by decision, Mickey Gall by decision, losing the Anthony Pettis, I don't know. I think Matt. I think we know where his ceiling is, Alex Morano's, and Matt Smellensberger. He really impressed me in that last fight against AJ Fletcher. And
yeah, that was a good fight.
He's just a dog, man. Like, former NFL player, right?
Yep.
He has that grind mentality. Like, if you don't have a wrestling background, second best thing you could probably be is a high-level football player. To be that athlete, that grind, the toughness and everything. I think Matt Smellensberger, as long as he can avoid a tricky submission, I think he does really well in this fight. But that's where it scares me, is I think Morano could submit him.
Again, we agree on all the prelims. We have agreed. Let's see if we can disagree on the main card.
What a stupid podcast.
Dude, what is lame? Who started this? Who started this crap?
All right, here we go.
Main card. All right, what a banger to start off the main card. This could be a fight night main event. Magomed Ankalaev against Anthony Smith. Ankalaev 17-1, stands 6'3" with a 75-inch reach. Smith 36-16. He stands 6'4" with a 76-inch reach. Whew. Man, what a way to start off the pay-per-view. I love this fight. And I think it's going to be a lot closer than the odds are indicating.
Well, if people listen to my TikTok breakdown of this fight, because there's some back and forth on it,
yeah.
I'll say it here again. While I think Magomed wins the fight,
yeah.
One, I don't think it looks clean, because Anthony Smith, when he fights smart and he fights right, he has a way of just making the fight dirty and messy.
Yeah.
And he, if you listen to his press conference, I think he's exactly right. The same that I think is Magomed doesn't do anything spectacular.
Yeah.
He's very basic, but basics wins fights. Being great
Yeah.
at basics wins fights. Work behind your jab, 1, 2, 3s. Proper level change, shoot from the right distance, clinch work, positioning, head position. He's always in position, things like that. Magomed does all those things fantastic. The problem is when you get him out of his element, he gets a little uncomfortable. And we saw that when Paul Craig beat him.
Yeah.
He made a mistake because Paul Craig created some scrambles and he caught him out of position. If anybody at the 205 division has the experience to make him feel uncomfortable and see some discomfort in that octagon, it's Anthony Smith. While I think Magomed wins the fight, I think that the odds are insane.
Yes.
And I would be really shocked if we see Magomed come out and just toy with Anthony Smith, like the odds would suggest.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like the odds. I'm picking Magomed. I'm not betting against the Russian. I love Anthony Smith, and I concur. I think it's going to be a lot closer fight than the odds are indicating.
What is Magomed going to do that Anthony Smith hasn't seen?
Nothing.
He's had
nothing.
He's had 52 pro fights, and that's registered. And he grew up in the cornfield in Nebraska or Iowa, wherever. He had so many unsanctioned fights, it's not even funny.
Next up in the flyweight division, another banger fight. Alexandra Pantoja versus Alec Perez. Pantoja is 24-5. He stands 5'5" with a 68-inch reach. Perez 24-6. He stands 5'6" with a 65.5-inch reach. Who you got? Who do you like? Why do you like him?
I mean, I don't even think this fight's close.
Pantoja?
I think Pantoja, you want to talk about a one-sided butt whooping? Pantoja might lay it on Alex Perez this weekend.
Yeah, I like Pantoja.
Perez coming off of an almost 2 year and a half, a little longer than a year and a half long, after he just got dismantled by Fugit, right?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know why Alex Perez was given that title shot. Look at who he beat. Go look at who he beat.
Formiga, Espinosa.
He wasn't ready for that.
Mark De La Rosa. Yeah, Joey Benavidez. He got knocked out by Joey B 3.5 years ago. Yeah, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready for that. And guess what?
He's not ready.
He still ain't ready. Pantoja's one of the baddest dudes on the planet. Holds 2 wins over Brandon Moreno. 2.
Well, looks like we're not disagreeing yet. We have 3 more fights to go.
What's the odds on that for Pantoja?
It's pretty close, actually. Pantoja is, let me scroll back up here. I think it's
minus 160. That's
minus 160.
That is the bet of the night. Minus 160. He should be minus 300.
I like it.
He is that much better. And that's not knocking Alex Perez. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He's fun. He has some good finishes at 125. But Pantoja's a monster at 125.
Yeah.
I think he's the 3rd best 125er in the world in the UFC behind Moreno and Fugit.
Let's get it. Pantoja. Next up, the big boys, Derek Lewis and Sergey Pavlovich. Lewis 26-9. He stands 6'3" with a 79-inch reach. Pavlovich 6'3". He stands 6'3" with an 84-inch reach. I'm a tongue twister today. Pretty much a coin flip fight on this one.
Dude, I'm picking against Black Beast.
You're not picking against the Black Beast?
No.
Yeah,
he didn't even know who Sergey Pavlovich was.
Yeah, give me I'm not picking against. I mean, I'm going against the Russian. I'm not picking against Lewis.
Listen.
All it takes is one shot. One.
Pavlovich hasn't exactly beat Murderers Row in the UFC of the heavyweights.
Well, he hasn't really fought anybody. And that fight with if I'm not mistaken.
The one fight that he fought like a name was Alistair.
Yeah.
He got knocked out.
That was his UFC debut.
That's okay.
I mean, what?
He was undefeated heavyweight. He was undefeated heavyweight coming to the UFC.
You're going to throw him in against Overeem?
It's not like they threw him against the Ubereem. It's just Alistair Overeem then.
It's just Alistair. It's not Overeem. He wasn't on the gas.
It's not Ubereem.
3 rounds. 3 rounds in this one.
Yeah, the dude's screwed. 5, he might stand a chance. 3, he's screwed. Derek Lewis doesn't lose 3-round fights, really.
Yeah, he's going to get knocked out.
He's going to get knocked out, dog.
He's going to get knocked out.
I mean, when you've beaten Marcelo Golm and Maurice Green and Shamil, the Shamil win was nice. I'll give him that. But
Yeah.
Like Mo Green, he ain't in the UFC anymore. Golm, he ain't in the UFC anymore. Dude, give me the Black Beast. Like, he's the ultimate gatekeeper.
Yeah, he is.
He's probably the 5th best heavyweight in the world. He's not beating anybody inside, above him, and he probably beats everybody below him right now. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong at all. You're spot on. All right, we got 2 more fights to try to disagree on, and I don't think we're going to disagree on this one either. Brandon Moreno and Kykar France 2. Moreno is 19-6-2. He stands 5'7" with a 70-inch reach. Kara France 24-9. He stands 5'4" with a 66.5-inch reach. Who do you got? Why do you like it? Moreno, a 2-1 favorite, plus 170 is the comeback for France.
I tried. Like, we both like Alex Moreno. Or Brandon Moreno. Like, you know this. I was on Brandon Moreno way before he beat Figgy. Like, I picked him the first time. Like, I've always thought that kid. Ever since I saw him on The Ultimate Fighter as the 16 seed, I thought that kid was special. I really, really like him a lot. The Kykar France has been really fun. I think the most important thing that Kykar France has is he 100% believes he's going to win every time.
Oh, he's super confident right now.
He fights with 0 doubt in his mind.
And yes.
And that's a dangerous thing to go against. The problem is, I don't think he can just sleep or knock out Brandon Moreno. I think Brandon Moreno is just a better version of Kykar France.
I think so too, unfortunately.
I think it's going to be a great fight, and I think there's a chance we see like a 5-round, just absolute incredible fight.
And Kai's been on a tear.
Dude.
He had a big win against Askarov too.
That was huge, right?
That's a
Nobody
big
would be like that. Was the guy? That guy was. So he was the one that was supposed to derail it and be in the spot, right?
Yep.
Everybody thought that, and that's where Kai. But dude, who does Kai train with? Volkanovski, Izzy. Like, he's in a room full of killers where he views himself as one of those killers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does. His confidence is. And didn't Moreno switch camps, right? Isn't he with
he's with James Krause now.
Give me Moreno.
You think nobody was in James Krause in their corner?
All right. The rematch. Main event.
Not gonna lie, though, I don't know if I like that Brandon Moreno changed camps to what got him to the top.
He needed a change. I mean, he probably thought he needed a change, and he got it. I don't hate it.
Okay.
I don't hate it. I think he's still. Well, I know for a while there
he was already beat Kykar France once. By the way, he's already beat him once.
He was going back and forth, wasn't he, for a minute there? Yeah. And then he just barely switched full time. I think maybe it was for this fight.
All right. Let's see if
main event
3 on 1 fight.
Okay, rematch: Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes. In the rematch, Pena is the champ, 11-4. She stands 5'6" with a 69-inch reach. Nunes, 21-5. She stands 5'8" with a 69-inch reach. A lot of unknowns in this one, man. Some stuff we do know. We know Pena's a dog. How much is it in? You're the fighter. You are the active fighter. How much is it in your head? If you throw everything at somebody, you can't break them, and you end up quitting. You tap.
Well, here's the real question.
Is that in the back of your head?
Now, here's the real question.
Yeah.
So after Amanda comes out and says she didn't have just 1 but 2 knee injuries, both knees, couldn't do the cardio she needed, threw the kitchen sink at her for a round because she knew if she couldn't get out of there in the first round, she's probably going to be in trouble. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
This is where I have a problem with it. So if that's true, then I think you can go, okay, she did it for 1 round, but now that I have a full camp and I'm healthy and my cardio, I'm ready to go 5 rounds. She's not going to be able to do that for past the 2nd or 3rd round. Like, she did it for 1. She's not going to be able to do it for 2 or 3. If I'm Amanda, I can, if that's true, I can get confidence in that. But only she knows if that's true. So only she really knows the answer of how much is in the back of her head, right? Because only she knows how hurt she was.
Yep.
Was or wasn't. If you want to question that. I'm not going to question it, but
no.
But you're asking to get inside her head. 1, is that true? 2, what? How big of a red flag to you? Because it's a giant one to me that she switched ATT.
That's huge for me. Huge.
Like,
for her leaving and the reasons we're hearing that she left.
That screams like not mentally tough to me.
I agree.
Intimidated that Kayla Harrison is in the room with her. Like, you're the lioness. You're the quote. You're supposed to be the baddest woman on the planet.
Yeah.
And you're intimidated or not liking that somebody not even in your division and not even in your organization is training in the same room with you
and fighting cans. Like, she's beating people, but she's beating freaking substitute teachers. I don't even know if they are, but
that's low.
But I mean, she's beating girls that aren't doing this for a living. Like, they're just not at her level. And that's not a knock on her. She's doing what she needs to do. I shouldn't come across like that.
It's not a knock. She's beating the girls who are in front of her.
Exactly. And she's getting paid very well to do it.
But it's in the PFL. It's not in the UFC.
Yeah.
Right? Amanda has wins over Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey, Chris Cyborg.
2 wins against Valentina, too.
2 wins against Valentina. I mean, she's it's unquestionable. She's the greatest women's fighter of all time. And it's not even debatable. And you're intimidated by another girl, and another girl in the gym is getting love, and you feel the need to move because
I'm telling you,
it just screams insecurities to me. And you're on this a lot more than I am, but she's a mom. She's family time gets pulled away. Her wife just went through a camp.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't get to fight, had to pull out, but just went through a camp. You know what does that do to the home life when they're both in camp together? Like, that's tough.
Those are all red flags to me, in my opinion. From what
and then I see Juliana Pena, who's coming out, and nobody's a bigger fan of Juliana Pena than Juliana Pena. But I saw the same thing in the face-off tonight as I saw for their first fight.
Yeah.
Juliana is not intimidated by Amanda Nunes in the slightest. And Juliana's like, you can hit me in the face all you want. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And we've seen everybody, since Amanda was on that tear, everybody is wilted to Amanda Nunes' power. Except Pena. And Pena said it in the first fight. I'm going to do what Kat Zingano did. And I'm going to stick in your face. And I'm going to be in your face and it breaks you. Because you know what's more exhausting than anything? You're going to learn this when you start sparring, Jason. You're doing good or whatever, and people are constantly walking you down, taking your shots, and you're hitting them, and you start hitting them harder and harder to get them to slow down, and they don't, and they just stay in your face, eat your shots and stay in your face, and all of a sudden you start getting exhausted, and then you panic. Amanda Nunes has not really felt that before, and she is not comfortable in that scenario. And I believe that Pena is fully capable of doing that to her again. Now, here's the other side.
Okay.
If Amanda's in shape, she can very easily win a 5-round decision in this fight. She beat her she beat her up in the first round of their first fight.
She did beat her up pretty good in the first round. That was
Juliana didn't have much to answer in that first round when Nunes had gas.
Yeah.
So the question really comes down to, where's Amanda Nunes' gas tank at? And is she going to panic when Pena stays in her face? Because here's the other thing. It's one thing if you think you can get somebody out of your face and you can't and you start panicking.
Yeah.
It's another thing. Once they've done it to you a few times and you know that they're not going to go anywhere and you start being a little bit more picky with your shots and, and setting things up a little bit better, you can conserve a lot of energy that way as well. So I'm very, very interested to see. I think this is a longer fight. I think there's a very good chance it goes 5 rounds.
Ooh.
I don't know if Pena. Let's put it this way: if the momentum starts going to Pena, I think Amanda quits again. But if Amanda can find a pace and push that and fight at that pace for 5 rounds, I think she wins comfortably.
Well, you got to pick one. Do you think Amanda has the gas tank, or do you think Pena wears her down again?
I think Pena wins.
I cannot believe we just went through a whole fight card and we're not disagreeing on one fight. That is just insane. 13 fights, and we do not even come close to disagreeing on anything.
Well, you're learning. You're learning to not pick against me because
Bruh.
I mean, you Joker, you took Tom Aspinall last week, Joker.
Oh, Tom Aspinall. Yeah, man. I think Pena's just
too many red flags around Nunes in her camp.
Yeah, Give me the odds.
That worries me. It just, and you know what? By the way, if she loses this, she's still the greatest women's heavyweight fighter of all time.
That doesn't change anything.
Her time's come and gone, I believe, and that's okay. Because here's the other thing. So let's say Nunes wins.
Okay.
Then what's there for her? There's nothing in that. There's nothing at 135 or 145 for her. Nothing.
Unless Valentina moves up again.
You really want if I'm Amanda Nunes, I'm saying no to that all day long. Like, I've already beat her twice. No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not risking it. Because what if she beats me? Then do we have to do a fourth? Do a fourth one? If I'm Amanda, I'm not taking that fight.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
I think our friend Mike might be right. I think Pena wins, and I think Amanda retires. After this fight, I just don't know what there is there for Amanda. What upside is there for Amanda? Now, if I'm Pena, I fully welcome the Valentina rematch up for my 135 belt. Now that's an interesting fight.
Now things are getting interesting.
There's stuff there for Pena. I don't know. I just think Amanda. I think too often and we're splitting hairs here, but too often we discount like the real life, personal life stuff in fighters. Like
it matters.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like it's in all pro sports, right? Like we just expect, like,
oh yeah, everybody to be perfect. Yeah.
We just expect them to just you're making millions. Go do your job.
Yeah.
Dude, these people, like, I had somebody break it down. It was an NBA player who went onto a podcast and was like, I know we make millions.
Yeah.
But if you're married and have kids, just imagine your boss says, hey, you live in Salt Lake City. You're moving to Indianapolis, Indiana, and you're going to go work at this place. And you have to go right now, and you have to leave your wife to handle the packing and everything with your kids. Figure it out, move here, find a place to live, and everything like that. Like, it doesn't matter if you make millions. That's stressful, right?
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, these are real life humans that have to go through this stuff. My point in saying this is that with Amanda is, maybe a little bit of the Connor effect. She's made boatloads of cash. She's set for life. Her daughter's set. She started her own gym. I think she likes coaching. On The Ultimate Fighter, she says she really likes coaching.
Yeah.
I feel like she might be transitioning to a different phase in her life.
How hungry is she?
Yeah.
How hungry is she?
How
She's been
hungry is the
sleeping in those silk sheets, baby.
Hey, like they say, when you kill a crocodile, right?
What do they say?
It's right after they eat. Because they actually go into like an almost paralyzed state after they eat.
Yeah.
You can kill a crocodile pretty easy right after they eat.
That's yeah.
Right. So I'm not jumping in there. But I'm just saying, Amanda, it's just like, dude, she's been on top forever. She had a great run. She's the greatest ever. She knocked out everybody. She wasn't just a dominant, like, dude, she beat girls up. She was awesome. I think it's her time, and that's okay. It's the evolution of sports.
Comes to an end.
Nothing
wrong with it. Like you said, not a dang thing wrong with it.
Hey,
what's that?
Sounds like Dustin Poirier and Michael Chandler's about to get announced.
I heard that. I like that. The video turns your stitches on. It allows more traffic, and we have to talk shit. You need a rival. Oh, there you go.
I would talk all the smack that clown. I used to stitch that donkey.
Is that the kid that has the stupidest takes?
And he hates all women's MMA. He thinks they all suck. Like they never belong on a main card or anything.
That's what you need to do, though. He goes viral because he says the stupidest stuff that you can imagine.
You know what? I'm going to become his shadow. I'm just going to
Mike's going to get you 1,000 followers. You're going to have 1,000 followers before the
Let's go!
Before the end of the weekend. It's happening.
I didn't even know my stitches were turned off. I'm such an old person.
Turn it on right now. Hey, I'm getting off early tomorrow on Saturday.
Are you?
Yeah, I work, so I get off early, so I'll be able to watch the fights.
What are you doing? What are you doing Saturday night?
I'm gonna come sit on my couch and watch the fights.
You're like really close to my house.
I'm really not.
You're like, oh, you're closer to my house than you are your house.
Oh, that's true. That's true. After we'll chat after. If I get off on time, if we're not busy, and if I get off at 5 when I'm supposed to, maybe I'll come up.
Just saying.
Why not?
We watch fights in a while.
Why not? Is that it? Are we done? Oh, DraftKings. You gonna give us DraftKings?
You have to go to my TikTok for my DraftKings lineup.
He made a video saying Yuri was the best pop. Oh my!
Oh, God. Where is it?
Please.
Hey, Mike. Thanks. Stay tuned.
Oh, Zach's going ham. Zach is going ham tonight. Mike, you just wait. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
The wiener.
I'm too old to be talking trash on TikTok, so I'm just gonna sit back and watch you, Zach. I am just gonna sit back and enjoy your smack talk.
This little dinky afro looking.
Let me see. What's he look like? Can you show? Let me see the little dork.
He's a little dork.
Oh, that guy. That's the guy. Yeah, he's a freaking idiot.
Is he at puberty yet?
Probably not.
Or is this
That's how you go viral, though. You got to say stupid stuff like that.
Well, I've had some videos like not viral, but decent because I'm just stitching him and making fun of him. I'm waiting for him to interact with me.
Do it. You got to answer that.
Lucas Tracy took everything I worked for.
Did you add your stitches on?
I'm trying to figure that out right now.
All right. Maybe you need to message Mike and have him show you since you're old. Grab your son. Well, he's probably a little too young. You want me to ask Shaylee?
Stay off TikTok, Hunter.
He lifts weights and yells at his mom all day. I love it.
Mom, get my Cheetos.
Do you want me to have Shaylee tell you how to do the TikTok?
Mom,
the TikTok.
Where's my Oreos and milk? I gotta go on TikTok. I gotta go live.
I'll have Shaylee teach you how to do the stitch.
Oh, I think I found it. Okay. Woo.
All right. Go to Zach's TikTok. Go follow him.
It's gonna get dicey.
Zach loves to argue, so it's gonna be great. All right. We'll see you guys.
Yeah, I can stitch. Dude, I can stitch. It's on. I'm allowed.
Okay. Well,
everybody can stitch me.
Maybe you have to call him out in your video and at him. Right, Mike? Make a video.
Took everything I work for, mother. It's your.
You could swear on TikTok. You can't swear on. Well, you can't swear.
No, I don't swear. Just when I get really angry.
Oh, I can't wait to see these TikToks. I cannot wait. This is going to be great.
Yuri, the pound for pound best. What a dork. He almost lost to a 43-year-old.
He's
Love
good, but
Glover,
he's
but come
definitely
on.
not that. Come on. No.
Come on, dog.
Bro.
He's not even top 10.
This is what he wants, though. This guy wants this. Make sure they're on for that. Oh, you have to make sure they're on for that video.
Bet.
So make sure before you post the video. All right. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you Tuesday. Tuesday? We're recording Tuesday?
Yeah, that's our new time.
Tuesdays and Thursdays now.
Tuesday mornings, Thursday nights.
Jason has a big boy job.
We out.
Hit up Zack for some insurance. We out, baby.
Yeah, dog.